Welcome to Eager Little Beavers.
Welcome back to another episode of Raising Them Right, the podcast where we don't just sugarcoat the realities of parenting. We dive into the tough, nitty-gritty and sometimes uncomfortable truths that sometimes most people are afraid to talk about. I'm your host, Almaz, and today's episode is going to challenge some of the biggest myths about parenting. So I came across this fascinating video on YouTube titled, How to Raise Kids You Actually Like. And let me tell you, it's a game changer. But here's the thing. While this video offers some incredible insights, it also raises some questions that a lot of us might not want to face. Are we really doing what's best for our kids? Or are we just following outdated advice because it's easier? Let's break it down. Let's start with the first point in the video. Prioritizing connection over control. Now, this sounds great in theory, right? But let's be honest, how many of us are actually practicing this? We've all been there, snapping at our kids to do as they're told because, frankly, it's quicker and less exhausting than trying to connect. But here's the controversial part. This kind of control might be what's driving a wedge between you and your child. The video argues that when we focus more on connecting with our children, truly understanding their emotions and thoughts, we build a relationship that's not just based on love, but on mutual respect and connection. Imagine that, liking your kids because they feel liked by you. It's a radical shift, but one that could change everything. Next up, the video touches on setting boundaries with compassion. Now here's where things get a bit heated. We've been told for generations that strict rules and disciplines are the key to raising well-behaved kids. But here's the kicker. What if that's not true? What if setting hard and fast rules without compassion is actually causing more harm than good? The video suggests that we need to enforce boundaries, but with empathy and understanding. So instead of barking out orders, we need to explain, negotiate, and show our kids that their feelings matter. Some people might say this approach is too soft, that it's too coddling our children. But what if those people are wrong? What if compassion is actually the most effective tool we have in our parenting arsenal? Now let's get into something that's bound to ruffle some feathers. Modeling the behavior you want to see. Here's what we need to take a good, hard look in the mirror. We all want our children to be kind, respectful, and emotionally intelligent, right? But here's the uncomfortable truth. How often do we actually model these behaviors ourselves? The video hits the nail on the head when it says our kids are watching our every move. They're learning from how we handle stress, talk to others, and treat ourselves than from anything we say. So here's a controversial thought. If your kids are acting out, maybe it's time to ask yourself, what are they reflecting back at you? Finally, the video presents an idea that might just flip everything you thought you knew about parenting on its head. Letting go of perfection. We live in a world where the pressure to be a perfect parent is overwhelming. But here's the real talk. Perfection is a myth. It's unattainable and worse, it's damaging. This video challenges us to embrace the messiness, the unpredictability, and the chaos of parenting. And guess what? When we let go of the need to be perfect, we give ourselves and our kids the freedom to be human. Here's another controversial question. What if perfection is actually the enemy of real, meaningful connection? So there you have it, some hard-hitting truths inspired by the video, How to Raise Kids You Actually Like. Are you ready to challenge the status quo? To question the parenting norms that we've been handed down without really thinking them through? If so, then you're on the right path to not just loving your kids, but actually liking the people they become and the parent you're growing into. If you haven't watched the video yet, do yourself a favor and check it out. It's packed with insights that could shake up your entire approach to parenting. And if today's episode resonated with you, or even if it just made a little uncomfortable, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in to Raising Them Right, and good luck.
Thank you for watching. Remember to take care of yourself because you're worth it. If you enjoyed our video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more interesting and informative parental support.